you ever come across a base in DayZ that has a 4 code lock and you left it alone because you did not have enough ammunition to break through? Ever wondered how long it could take you to stick around and crack the code? Well, in this video, I have tested the time it would take for someone to crack a 4-dial code lock. Let's start off this experiment by timing how long it takes to get through 1000 numbers first, starting with 4 zeros. In order for us to get through the numbers as quickly as possible, I advise spinning the 4th number in the dial 9 times, as that will ensure we hit all the numbers in the least amount of spins. Switching to the 3rd number in the dial, we move that one up 1 and then back to the 4th number for 9 times again. Once I get through 100 numbers, I give the 2nd number in the dial 1 spin, and I also like to bring the 3rd number on the dial back to 0, as it saves me getting confused. Each time I would know that I would be finished 100 numbers when the 3rd number was at 9. So what exact time did it take me to get through 1000 numbers? Well, it took me exactly 16 minutes and 32 seconds, which I guess, if this was a 3-dial lock, I would have broken in anywhere between 10 to 16 minutes, starting from 0, and depending on the code, of course. This is very doable, and I'm sure most players cracked 3 dials instead of blowing their way through. But if a 4 dial was set to 9999 and I began to crack the code at 0, it would take me exactly 2 hours, 45 minutes and 20 seconds to break in. Now I know what you're thinking. Who in the right mind would stay there for that length of time? And if they did, what an absolute I advise starting at 5,000 or 6,000 onward if you're going to crack a 4 dial, because from my experience, players tend to put the first number up high. On this particular base, I began at 6,000 and the code ended up being 8866, taking me in and around 45 minutes to crack. So not too bad, I guess. Now that you know the exact time it would take, are you feeling exhausted after hearing all the numbers I just spewed from my mouth? Because I am. Don't leave just yet though. I have another few tips you can use on 4 dials before having to blast your way through that I think you're going to want to hear. From my 1786 proud hours of playing DayZ, I have learned to always test out a few codes on 4 dials that sometimes work. The first code I advise trying out is the code for the server you are playing on. I have once or twice tried locks on bases where one of the 4 dials ends up being the same as the server itself. Also think of a year someone may have been born in. You could start anywhere from 1940 for argument's sake to 2024, which would not take long to go through. The next code I advise trying is something with either 420 at the beginning, messing around with the last number on the dial, or 420 at the end, messing around with the first number on the dial. A few times I have cracked a 4 dial using this and always wondered why. 420 blazing! Last but not least, this code seems to be sacred to the DayZ community, and that is 6969. I've got through a good few gates with this code, and when I break in, I always end up thinking, give your meat a good old rub. Yeah, boy. How do you feel about cracking a 4-dial code lock one day? Is it something you would do? Or would you prefer to just break your way through? Let me know down in the comments, because I would love to hear what everyone has to say. And until the next video, peace and love from us here at RabbJam.